things are working right off the bat. What is this? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the classiest place on earth. My name's ClassyKatie. Happy fucking Tuesday. How are you? Oh my god, I dyed my hair. I completely forgot that I didn't tell anybody. I dyed my hair! Immediately after the show. How the fuck is everybody? It's purple. Yep, I actually made the color out of like a whole bunch of leftover hair dye I had. But it's like just a really dark purple. It's really pretty. I like my hair in dark. I can't stand it when it's so light like that. Thank you. I look like a grape. I could be a grape. Could it be a raisin instead? Thank you. Thanks, guys. I don't know. It's like when my hair is really pale like that, it just doesn't look right. Oh, should we cheers? Do I have a bowl? I have a little stoner bowl I could hit. Thank you, Gov. I like it too. It's any color as long as it's dark. I think it looks better on me. Light colors, I don't know. It's like my skin tone. My weird olivey skin tone starts to disappear. Or I look washed out. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a vain woman. That's probably it. Breakfast pizza? Ooh, yum. Ooh, you have a day off today, Nick? You got any other plans? Or you're going to relax? How are you, Zelda? Good morning. Let's cheers with my little stoner bowl.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Time to take our joy, motherfuckers. Take your joy with me. A vain woman who lives in, well, oh my god. I don't even know where to start with these headphones, Rod. To be honest, like, there aren't words to describe. I have never listened to music with headphones and not been in pain in my entire life. And I just didn't quite realize it. Like, there's always just this nagging pain when I wear headphones, but I just ignore it because I just assume that was life. And I seriously, they're incredible. I have never been more comfortable in my life. Ever. Like, it's insane how comfortable these are. Like, and granted, they'd be comfortable to anybody, but for someone who has just, like, existed for the past 7 years with headphones on every day, wondering if I'm just gonna live in pain, like, it's freedom. David, good morning. How are you? Have you guys, I don't know. I think the queue for New World's gonna be insane today. It's the first day, and I know you could pre-download and all this shit, but, I'm gonna be waiting. I don't want to sit in a fucking queue. I have no... Catherine, why? That's not what I wanted to do. Bastards. Turn down music. Turn down for what? Do you like my hair, David? Thank you. I like it too. I made it. Thank you. Is it better than changing into a new pair of underwear? My hair is better than new underwear? Q is hours? Oh my god. Clary, so New World is... Does the music seem loud to you? Or is it just loud in my head? It's probably just loud in my head. New World is a new MMO that's coming out that I actually got to work on with Amazon, which was, I mean, really fucking cool. The music's too loud. I can't think. It's too early in the morning. Hi, Viking Trash. How are you, love? These are better. These little earbud things are better than a shower after a week-long camping trip where there was no water. Like, I did, David, literally. So the colors were, I had half a bottle of, what's the brand? Oh my god, I never remember the brands. But the color was called Purple Rain, literally Purple Rain. It was the name Fox, Fox something, I don't know. Fox something was the hair dye, but it was Purple Rain. And then I had a little pot of Ultraviolet, which was like this neon purple, and I put some of that in there. And then I put like a little pot of blue in it because I just didn't have enough of one of them. So I was like, mixed them all in a bowl and slapped it on. But I like it. It's really dark, but it'll fade a ton. but it's pretty. It's got some nice, like, pretty tones in it. I don't know. I like my hair dark. It looks better. Hammy, you fucking.
Hail the Dank Lord. Thank you for the resub. I love you.
What the fuck is gas station sim? Hell no. I had a buddy that had to stop in Baltimore to get gas one time on the way home from work in the morning, which you don't do. You don't stop in the city ever. Nobody does. And he had to like fight off a mugger with the gas. Like he had to spray a mugger with the gasoline. It was the funniest story. The master of disguise. I know. My hair changes so often. It's the easiest thing to change. It's so easy. And I do temporary dye so it washes out. I've goshed enough. I'm glad you like it because I really like it. I really do. I like it. I just feel right in darker hair. I don't know what it is. Yep, it's called New World, and it's an MMO that's coming out of Amazon Game Studios. So it's a really long. I can tell you guys the story while we wait, while these queues are fucking hours long. So, my first ever TwitchCon was the second TwitchCon ever, 2015, 16. I don't remember. And a couple weeks before TwitchCon happened, I got an email from a random ass company because what happened was Amazon like hires out companies to find us, to like actually contact us. So they hired this company to contact us. This company contacts me that I'm not familiar with. I have no idea. I don't even think I was partnered yet. I was like a baby streamer at this point. And they were like, "Hey, we would love to bring you out to Amazon Game Studios the day after TwitchCon for you to see some cool content." Amazon Studios didn't exist. One thing. So I was like, this is a scam email. And I had no idea who was emailing me. Like, what the fuck? I'd never been like invited to a studio before. Like, this was the beginning of my Twitch career. And I talked to my significant other about it at the time, and I was like, you know what? What the fuck have I got to lose? Like, I hate my job. I hate my life. Like, fuck this. Either I get to see this mysterious Amazon Game Studios, or I'm being sold into the sex trade in Mexico. Who knows? So the day after the last day of TwitchCon, I dragged my little rolly suitcase up the Lamplight District up to like, I think it's like a Westin or some hotel. They were like, they sent us an email that said, meet us outside this hotel. There will be a van waiting for you guys, and then we'll take you out to the studio. So I roll my little suitcase up to this hotel, and I'm scared. I'm a pussy. I hate things that involve humans that I don't know. I always get really anxious. I don't know what it is. That's just me. I'm afraid of people, I think. I don't know. And I see, like, I roll up to this hotel, and there's a black tinted window, like, van outside of this hotel right in front of it. And I roll up, and I'm like looking at the hotel, and I look at this black sketchy ass van, and I'm like, that can't be it. That can't be it. And I get a little closer and look in like the bus, the side door, and there's a fucking stripper pole in this van, along with two streamers who I'm familiar with from the RP world. So I'm like, oh fuck, this is the van. And so I roll up, and I'm just like standing in front of this van, and I see these two streamers inside that I'm familiar with. And a Mexican man that speaks absolutely zero English comes around, grabs my bag, puts it in the bus without asking me, and I'm like, okay, this is what happens. And I get in the bus, and I shit you not, it's straight up a party bus. Like, cracked black leather seats, I think there was two stripper poles inside. The doors were all lined with ice and champagne and like bottles and shit. It was not a comfortable experience to be in. Granted, I was extremely hungover from the whole TwitchCon experience as well. And the two streamers were two guys sitting in there, and they were at the very back, just like sitting wide-eyed, staring forward. And I was the first girl to get on the bus. And you guys all know, if you've heard this story before, this is how I met Skinned Teen and Continue, two of my best friends to this day. But they weren't on the bus yet. I was the only female. And so I sit down with these guys, and I think they kind of they were familiar with who I was. Like, we weren't friends by any means, but we had like known each other through the RP like world. And I was like, so you guys going to Amazon Studios? And they're like, that or we're getting murdered.
Welcome to the classroom.
Metalhead Priest.
Hi, gay.
Hail the Dank Lord Lover.
And so we're all laughing, like laughing in petrified fear that we're all going to die. And so we're sitting on this van and the door's still open. So we're assuming we're waiting for more people. Good morning, Eliza. I'm telling my New World story. And then I see Jade and Kinsey get on. That's Skinned Teen. Please follow my friends Skinned Teen and Continue. Both great streamers to this day. But I see them come on. And nobody knows what Jade looks like because she's like one of the original people to use like a little cartoon face instead of a real face. But she has this enormous cardboard cutout of her name because she did like a meet and greet or whatever. And they get on, and before I can even say anything, I'm pretty sure Kinsey made a joke about how we're gonna get sold into the sex trade. Like, we're all terrified because there's not one Amazon. Nothing even says Amazon. Like, nothing says Amazon, Twitch, nothing. This driver speaks no English and has said nothing. The radio inside the stripper van is playing like R&B from the 80s or from the 90s. I feel like we should all be fucking at this point. And we all start daring each other to touch the stripper pole. None of us did. It was greasy. Absolutely not. But then all of a sudden, I think there was 6 of us on the bus. So there's 3 dudes, 3 girls. It was me, Jade, and Kinsey, and then 3 guys. And all of a sudden, the bus door is shut, and he just starts driving off. And we're like, sick. This isn't terrifying in any way, shape, or form. I'm having a great time. And we just start going south, away from San Diego. And if you know what south of San Diego is, it's fucking Tijuana. And I grew up, like, being highly aware that you can be stolen and shipped off to Mexico because I grew up on the West Coast, and it's huge. Like, they literally take little girls and put them in boxes and, like, sell them in the sex trade. It's terrifying. And so we were making jokes about it. And then this guy, like, we're driving for maybe, like, 30, 45 minutes, and he pulls into a fucking vacant parking lot with no buildings. Like, there's no buildings in this parking lot. Like, it's one of those random-ass parking lots on the side of a road that has barbed wire around it, but there's nothing there. He pulls into the middle of it, parks, and gets out of the van. And this whole time, by the way, we're trying to get him to turn on the AC because it's really hot and to turn the music off, but there's no communication happening at all. So he just gets out of the van. So we're all just sitting in this stripper van in an empty parking lot in Southern California in the middle of fuck nowhere. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we all kind of conceded we were going to die. Like, we were pretty positive that this was a scam to steal us and rape us or something, or sell our parts. And then, like, 5 minutes later, another car pulls into this parking lot, and 2 of the Amazon game devs get out and get into our van with us. So their whole plan was that we would ride to a location, and then they would meet us there, they'd get on the bus with us, and then we'd talk about the game before we got to the game studio. And that was, like, the plan. And the game studio's in Irvine, which is south somewhere, I don't know. And those guys were fucking appalled at the van. They were so embarrassed. I mean, it was hilarious because they're like 2 older dudes. Like, one of them, big gray white beard. Like, he's been in the game industry for 50 years. He worked on like Dark Age of Camelot. He worked at Mythic, all this shit. And they are like looking around at the van like, oh my God, we got you a stripper van. They had no idea because they just outsourced a company to do this for them. And I guess all they told the company was, we need a vehicle to hold 6 people. And that was the option. Technique was in my group, but he, for some reason, something was going on where he couldn't ride the van with us. So he showed up at the studio later. So he didn't get to, like, experience this amazing stripper van, like, story with us. He had to come to the studio, like, he was, like, flying in, or it was something weird. There was something weird with his schedule where he had to come super late. But the experience, and then we ended up driving to the Amazon Studios, which was a brand new studio. They actually had, I believe, 3 studios to begin with. There was one in Seattle, one in LA or San Diego, and then one in Irvine. And the one in Irvine's the one I went to, and it's the only one to still exist. I don't know if you guys remember, Crucible was one. Crucible was a game that came out from one of the studios, and that studio got shut down. And then I cannot remember what the other one was. There was another studio up in Seattle that was working on some game. And they got shut down. They all got consolidated into one that works on New World. And so, I hate bangs. I fucking just need my hair to grow. Arctic Fox, David, thank you so much. My brain. Oh, that would have bothered me for so long. And I threw the bottle away, so I would have gone crazy. Thank you so much. Fucking Arctic. I was like, it's like Ice Fox, Fire Fox, Fuck Fox. It's got a fox in the name. Arctic Fox. Purple Rain. Thank you. My dumb brain. How long in a week? I know. What's the date of it? I think it's like literally 3 days before my parents show up. I first met Jade with you and Ginny made us bust into Jade's streamer both. Yeah. She's awesome. She's like one of the most normal, down-to-earth people I've met. She's really cool. Fuck Fox's furry hair dye. They wear costumes. You gotta try these fries. What fry? What? Where'd that come from? What fries? Are there fries? A spider just tried to fall into my head. Eliza, last night I walked into the bedroom and there was a web. I mean, not shitting you, from one side of my bedroom to the other. Just one string and one spider in the very middle eating a bug. Discord is worthless. Chicken fucking dinner! Yes! So here's the thing, Scott. Like, when I open up Discord and there's 23 new messages in our conversation and it's you and Zach just talking back and forth, I don't read it. It's like being in a room where a bunch of people are talking at the same time. Like, I'm obviously not involved in this. I don't have time. The fuck? Tag me. Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. Then that's on me. It's like Reddit. Like, I associate things with Reddit. When I'm scrolling Reddit, if a link is more than a sentence long, like a link is more than one line long, I don't even click it. I won't, nothing. I will scan past it so fast. I don't have fucking time. Like, people write stories. Good fucking morning, Kill. How are you? Oh, it's not an excuse, Liza. It's quite literally what I do. If I open up a group conversation and a whole bunch of people have had a huge conversation before I ever got there and I'm not involved, I don't read it. Why? It just feels like weird and voyeuristic. Oh, Scott, I know, and that's why I didn't respond. I wanted you to hurt just a little bit more. I'm working with you. It's therapy. Like it. A massive animal picture dump? Ooh. Oh, the zoo. Oh my god, Astro, was it wonderful? I will leave group chats in there if there is more than 2 messages in a row not addressed to me. I mean, like, why am I in the group chat? I don't know. I just, like, people don't read my novel-length Reddit posts. I won't. I scroll directly to the too long didn't read. I just want one word. Like, just get to the fucking point, man. I ain't got time. Oh, it had killer fries? Zeke didn't even tell me about fries. He told me he ate, like, an ostrich wiener or something. Oh, I know, Nick. I didn't get one this year either because when we went to the Renaissance Fair, the line to buy one of these mugs was, like, 30 people long. Every line. Like, the Renaissance Fair, it was insane. Even Scott and Bree told me, like, it's never been that busy. They've never seen it that psychotically busy. We couldn't get money. We couldn't pull out cash. We couldn't even get one drink. Like, Zeke went to his first Ren Fair and did not have a beverage because the line to get a beverage was an hour. To get one drink? Go fuck yourself. I'd be sober by the time I got done. Zeke officially owns this house, which means he can kick me out. And that's scary. Yeah. The title and shit. He just fucking threw down. San Diego Zoo and San Diego Safari, and it was amazing. I love the San Diego Zoo. Oh my god.
Fohammer_419 tipped $5. Dear CK, I enjoy using my American whole freedom to use my eye holes and ear holes to consume you and your sweet, sweet content to woo American whole freedom not redeemable in all places, especially if you have a puss in Texas. Gimme a ostrich whiner.
Don't forget ivermectin gives pudding butt. I love you, Fo. Good morning, my love. That's amazing. I think it's squatters' rights or some shit. I mean, who's gonna try to kick out someone who has deadly scorpions? I could just throw one of my containers at you. Come at me. Hi, Greg. Good morning. Hi, Tear. Unleash the scorpions. That's what I'm gonna do. By the way, oh my gosh. So I don't know if you guys were around for, if you guys watched the final episode. Well, final episode of Faint Dawn on Sundays. Uh, but I found out why my internet fails every fucking Sunday. It's Zach. Him downloading games for Indie Sunday knocks my download speed down to 4. So every single time I'm doing that show on Faint Dawn, I have had to leave halfway through the show, and I've never been in the shoutouts because of Zach. And I didn't know. I'm gonna kill him. Just kidding. We're looking into getting a better internet plan. I'm only a little angry. I'm just pissed I didn't even know. I didn't even realize it. I know. Fucking scorpions. Almost all the frogs are out, by the way. It's crazy. Like, in the last 2 days, you can always ask me spider questions. That is, like, the be-all, end-all. Like, that is the safe word for chat. I will always talk about spiders. He didn't even know he had a lower plan. What? BDO, do you like it? I dyed it myself last night. I have 2 OBTs. Do you want to see their enclosures? 2. Yeah, it's behind. Yeah, it's behind me. Let me grab her. Let me grab her for you. So I'll tell you all about him. I was like, dude, why don't you have the gig plan? That's what I literally said. Like, last night I was like, so I was talking to Scott about the internet, and he says there's a gig plan we should do, and he's like, no, I think we have to do 2 lines. And I was like, why don't we just do the gig plan? And he's like, what gig plan? Dankest Dungeon's amazing. It's such a good game, though. You won't actually see a spider, so that's the thing. So this is the thing about an OBT. I'm going to grab the spider that you're not going to see, and then I'm going to tell you why you're not going to see him. No, not bad. This is my OBT, one of them. BDO, have fun. Work. Dankest dungeoning. You should be a better person. Well, I was just talking to someone about this recently, Scott. I think, yeah, I don't know how to word that. I'm going to think about it for a minute. I make really intense spider enclosures. I'm a psycho. The spiders don't give a fuck. I do it for them, for me. So, the OBT Tarantulas murinus, right? Otherwise known as the orange baboon tarantula or the orange bitey thing. Literally, that's their nickname. This tarantula, this species of tarantula they're infamous for being the least friendly, fastest, most assholery spider you can own. There is no tarantula in the world that can kill you. Period. End of story. Unless you have some crazy, like, other, more comorbidity going on. There's no tarantula. Their venom is less than a bee sting. But this guy is fast. And you will never see your tarantula. So, this is the enclosure. It's kind of dusty. Let me dust it off. I think he's molting right now, so we won't be able to see much of him. But his name, I have two. Both of them I got for free. That's how much this is what I'm saying. So if you want an OBT, what I would say, Tare, is go onto a website like Fear Not Tarantulas and buy any other tarantula, and you'll get an OBT for free because they breed like mad and nobody wants them. So they're insanely free. Like you can get them $15 to free. Most tarantula websites have freebies, so if you spend over $100, you'll get a free spider and you get to pick. Yeah, I would do that. Don't spend money on one. Seriously. And it's not because they're bad, it's just because you can get them for free anywhere. They're prolific. So, this is what my terrarium looks like for my OBT. So, it opens like this. Ooh. So, you can kind of see the inside. And do you see all that fucking webbing in the back? That's where the little dick ball lives. So you will never see this spider. This is a spider that's going to hide from you 24/7 unless it's eating. Oh my god, Banana! Banana Ham Hock just gifted 3 months of a tier 1 to Tare. You silly fuck bitch.
Hi, gay.
Hail the Dank Lord. I love you and thank you very much for gifting a sub to my friend
Hi,
Tare.
gay.
Oh, I hit it again. My bad. A Handforge 6? A what? A sex? What is that, Gresh? What is that word? Am I saying that wrong? They're gorgeous, but I'll show you the webbing in the back. So this is what your OBT is going to do. And you're never going to see them. So you can actually see there's a molt right there. You see the feet? I don't know if you guys can make it out. That's a tarantula molt. That's not actually the spider. The spider is in there. That's where he lives. And unless he's hungry or eating, he doesn't come out. I literally never see the spider ever. So I would never spend money on it, on an OBT, because you're just not, you're spending money on a glass terrarium, you know. That's why I make my terrariums look really cool, because half my spiders you never see. They live, they hide. So I actually I don't do silk plants, and this is why. Silk plants absorb the water and can mold. Like if your spider leaves a cricket leg on a silk leaf, and the silk leaf holds moisture, and then that cricket leg molds, you can get I can show you some of my enclosures. Oh my god, some of my enclosures are literally overtaken by mildew. And you have to literally dump the entire thing out, sterilize everything, new dirt, like it's a fucking mess. So I use plastic plants. The other reason is because the plastic plants, the water beads up on the leaves, and that's how tarantulas drink. They're not gonna like suck water out of the dirt or suck it out of a silk leaf. They drink very sparsely, and they drink from tiny little water droplets. So the plastic is just better because the water will sit on top. You know what I mean? So, Tare, I'm telling you, these things, I get them on Amazon. They're hella cheap. I've got a couple. Here, I'll grab my other one. This is my OBT.
Fohammer_419 tipped $5. Night mommy, spider question. If Rod and I do spider cosplay and we cover each other in webbing in a spider enclosure / terrarium, will we have spider babies? I need to be enveloped in 8 legs and be engulfed and slowly smothered in hot sticky webbing. You.
I can do that for you, Fo. It would be my honor. Emma, honestly, like, are you looking to put a plant in the terrarium or just a terrarium? Ooh, Roxy. Are there super social spiders? Like, you can leave it on your shoulder? Not at all. Nope. Spiders are... So, tarantula. The tarantula is different than a spider. Taxonomically, tarantulas, quite literally, have not evolved other than their outward appearance since the prehistoric era. That's how old they are. They're one of the oldest creatures to still walk the planet in the same form they came out of the water or whatever. Their brain is one brain cell. It's a ganglion. So the concept of learning, remembering, liking, any of that is out the window. They don't have any conceptual thought process. It's pure instinct. So you probably have seen these videos of like girls in the desert running from a tarantula. This time of year, male tarantulas, they instinctively know that they're going to die. Male tarantulas live 3 to 5 years at most. They just die or mate and die. Female tarantulas can live up to 30 years. So the male tarantulas this time of year, they instinctively know they're going to die or they're going to mate. And so what they're doing literally this time of year, there's no such thing as a tarantula migration. That's just ridiculous. They are starved, sex-crazed, elderly men about to die. Imagine Lemon Party walking through the desert. So if you're walking through the desert and a tarantula walks towards you, it's because you're a tree. You're shade. That's it. You are a shady-ass tree to that tarantula. They're never, like, tarantulas do not bite people on purpose unless you sit on one or, you know, try to harm one. They're like little robots, seriously. They're a powerhouse of evolution. It's pretty wild. Why is the silly tree running and screaming? But yes, there is no friendly spider tarantula, and I would highly advise you do not hold your tarantulas because they're just so fucking delicate. It takes 3-inch fall and their butt will burst and they'll just die. That's it. 3 inches. It's really sad. So I wouldn't. I have held mine, but it's because they crawled out on me. I didn't really have a choice in the matter, and I just ushered them back in. But I was going to say, so this is an OBT. His name is Legolas. This is Gimli, excuse me, and my other one is Legolas. So I have 2 OBTs. I'm going to grab the other little terrarium I have that I have my pink toe in. And you'll see, so you can see kind of how this guy's already destroyed this one. Like, this looked much nicer. When my terrariums start out, they look perfect. Your tarantula or spider will destroy anything you do. I've literally, on stream live, I've been able to put my camera on one of my tarantulas as she filled her water bowl with dirt. Like, she made trips of, like, dirt. They're assholes. They hate me. I'm gonna grab the other terrarium real quick. Actually, we could run an ad really quick. We've been live for about an hour. Let's run an ad real quick. Everybody get coffee, and then I'll show you my other cool glass one. All of these things behind me right now, these are all tarantulas. But I don't have them all in, like, super fancy terrariums like this. These are tarantula cribs. They're great. It's food feng shui, exactly. Yes, Tara and I actually love them, though. Load up New World. Mine is still downloading. I have like a quarter left. Yes, and if you have been gifted a subscription to my channel today or you have resubbed, don't forget to refresh the channel because then you don't have to watch ads if you sub to my channel. If you don't sub to my channel, I fucking love you just as much. I don't value people on their income level. I'm sorry you have to watch the ads. Get up and stretch. It's good for you. I'll be right back. Ish, maybe. We'll see. Let me pull open. Yeah, it's still downloading. I was making sure it's not throttled or anything, but it's just downloading. I think it's okay. Can you really call a tarantula legless if it has legs? To be fair, I've never seen it since I put it in its enclosure, so it could have no legs now. That's an OBT. You're never going to see them. They suck. But they're gorgeous. I mean, they literally are highlighter orange. They are a very beautiful tarantula if you get to see one. But most tarantulas, because they're fragile, they know they're not deadly to you, and they're scared, they hide. It's what spiders do. I mean, when's the last time you saw a spider, like, except Eliza. She's, for some reason, has them falling on her head. That's just neither here nor there. I'll be right back. Fuck. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you stretched and got a beverage. Dude, isn't the music great? It's from Transistor. Such a good game. Hi, Mad. What did I do? What happened? You're gonna cry? Oh my god, did you cry though? This song is really good. Can you guys still hear it? Mother of Doggos, do you like it? Thank you. I did it. Okay, good. So no crying. Okay, good. Crying's not bad. It's not my favorite because it makes my head hurt, but it's whatever. Thank you. I mixed a couple different colors that I had. There's music. You can't hear it at all. Cool. I'm just going to turn it off then because I can't, like, I can't think and listen to lyrics at the same time. It's terrible. So I grabbed a couple of spiders because I went over to grab the terrarium and the Vissy spider molted. And she looks really pretty, so I thought I'd show her to you guys. And the molt. Sales, I'm going to take you serious, bro. My enclosures get super dusty. It's just dusty. I live in the desert. Okay. So, this is the difference. This is a tarantula. She's lived in this for over a year. So if you guys remember, this is actually the tarantula I saved. I rescued her from Petco. She looked dead. I actually thought she was dead. And I asked them to take her out, and she was barely moving, and I bought her and took her home, and I rescued her. But she's just a pink toe, probably like one of the most common tarantulas known to man. But this is the enclosure, and you can see she has feng shuied it her own way. And she's on the side. That's my big girl right there. And that's her enclosure that she was like, fuck you, vines. Isn't that cool? I like making cages like this. You can't do all kinds of tarantulas in these cages, but like tarantulas that, some tarantulas live in more humid conditions that need water, and she likes humidity, so it works. Some tarantulas need really dry places, so you wouldn't want to put them in something like this because there's not enough ventilation. But that's her. She's cool, huh? I got you, boo. I got you. It's cool, huh? She's really nice. How many do you actually know how many you own? Yeah, we have a list. Kill made a whole spider list. It's 54, I believe. Did you have something to say about the I made him a better person thing, or is it like a lost thought for another time? Oh, it's gone. It left already. I'll remember it. I did have a thought. Fuck. God damn it, Katie's ADD brain. I'll get it back. I'll get it back. Do you name them? I do, yes. A lot of them. So here's what I normally do. I normally wait until I've had them a couple months, or unless I wait to name them until they go through their first molt. Most of my tarantulas I bought as spiders, or what we in the tarantula hobby call eggs with legs. Literally, they're about the size of a grain of rice. They come in a vial, like a tiny ass little vial wrapped in paper towel. And so I wait until they've molted a couple times, because molting, if you don't know, this is what animals with exoskeletons. So if they have a hard shell of any kind, they have to molt to grow. That hard shell does not grow. So like crabs, spiders, grasshoppers, anything with a hard exoskeleton, if it needs to grow, it has to molt. So it essentially literally like pops out of its skin with new skin. It's crazy. And it is also the most dangerous time for a tarantula. They're extremely vulnerable. When they molt, their body, we call them jelly beans. Right after they molt, they're almost see-through, and they're soft. Their whole body is really, really soft. So even a cricket could kill them. So you never want to leave food in with your tarantula. If your tarantula doesn't eat the food in 24 hours, get it out, because the food can eat your tarantula. Like, again, spiders are very delicate. They're not as badass as people think they are. And so I don't name them until they molt a couple times, because you just never know. You could have a bad molt, and then you have got a dead spider you named, and it's sad. Like, do they freak out if you put a fake spider in there? No, not at all. Their sensory world is all based on vibration. Their eyesight is horrific. They got 8 eyes. Tarantulas, the way their eyes are, if you look at a tarantula up close, it looks like they have 2 eyes right here on the top of their head. And then literally kind of like eyelashes around the eyes are the other 6. So they do have 8 eyes, but they're horrible. Their eyesight is literally basically, it's enough to tell them if it's light out or dark out. That's it. So their entire world is based off vibrations. So that's why tarantulas, they don't spin like orb webs. You know those webs you see, like the classic spider web. It's like a spiral thing that's sitting up on a wall. They don't spin that at all. They cover their entire environment in a curtain of webbing. So then if anything comes into their environment that moves, they sense it and eat it.
Yay! Blood orgy! Blood orgy! Yay!
Incoming motherfucking drawing. Mark. Good morning. Welcome, Raiders. My name's ClassyKatie, and it's fucking awesome to see all of you this morning. I'm just blabbing about spiders, except jumping spiders or something else. I'm almost convinced they're aliens. Hi, BJ. How are you? Do they have thoughts on PC ventilation or sound boxes? Honestly, my spiders, literally from the day I got them, lived on my desk with the bass and the vibrations of me and my voice and everything, and they are unaffected. I think they like get used to what happens around them all the time, and they differentiate that between food, you know? Good morning, kitty cuddles. How are you, love? They have 2 complex eyes with a bunch of auxiliary ones that help them, but I think jumping spiders, as far as I know what I've read, they have insanely good vision, don't they? Jumping spiders are hunters, man. I had a couple. They only live about a year. Jumping spiders don't live very long. It's really sad. But they're intense. Who cleans all the terrariums? You don't really need to clean a tarantula terrarium. It's kind of cool. So tarantulas, they don't make a mess. They don't have a smell. It's an insect. They're a dry creature. They don't sweat. They don't do any of that stuff. And actually, I can probably show you. A spider poop is literally like a water droplet. I'll show you one. They poop down the side of their enclosures all the time. Of course she doesn't have a poop on the outside. Oh, here's one. This, do you see right there, that little droplet? That's a spider poop. And they poop like once a week. And so you really, I mean, I go in with a little cotton swab and like clean off the glass once in a while. And I take the dead bug carcass out. But other than that, the only things you really need to worry about with the tarantula enclosure is too much humidity and mold. Yes, just like Lucas spider. Oh man, if you want to get jumping spiders, what are they called? It's the Phidippus regius, the regal jumping spider. It's the biggest jumping spider, but I advise that one because jumping spiders tend to be very small, and the smaller a spider is, the more likely you are to lose it. Tear, if you are still here, I completely forgot. This is the one piece of advice I really wanted to give you on OBTs. Rehousing them is I will touch all of my spiders. I do not fear any of my spiders. That spider moves so fast, I did not see it move. I actually thought I lost that OBT when I rehoused it because it moved from the catch cup to the enclosure so fast. Lightning. Literally lightning. When they say lightning, it's faster than. I've never seen anything move that fast before. So if you get one, put it in an enclosure that's going to last a bit. You know, like not too big, obviously, because then it will never find its food. But rehousing an OBT is not fun. I never want to do it again. I mean, nothing bad could happen. Like, it'll just get lost in my house and die. I don't live in an environment where this tarantula could exist. But do I want that? No. I mean, Madmar, it's like once a month, I take a day and I go through all my tarantula cages and just make sure they're okay. And that's pretty much it. And once a week, I look at the cages, and if the tarantula, it looks hungry, I feed them, and if not, I just leave them alone. They're literally easier to take care of than a cactus. Literally. It is the easiest animal to take care of. The less you interact with your tarantula, the better. Like, the more you neglect this animal, the better off it's going to be. Do wolf spiders have good vision? I think so too, yes. Most true spiders do have good vision. Because true spiders, so there's tarantulas, and then there are true spiders. So, tarantula, not gonna hurt you. Their venom's less than a bee sting. They're not aggressive. And then a true spider, I actually have one, because it was on this guy. This is the one that molted. You guys are gonna see a fresh tarantula molt. And actually, we might be able to sex him, which is gonna be really exciting. Please be a girl. Please be a girl. How can you tell if a tarantula looks hungry? Their butt will be skinny. They're usually hanging out at the peak of their burrow. So every single tarantula I own, they make some sort of home, whether that's a web tunnel or a underground tunnel or some sort of tree webbing. They all make some sort of home that they hide in. Most tarantulas do not just sit out in the open because that's very vulnerable to them. And so when they are hungry, I can see their legs sitting on the outside of their enclosure, and that's what I know. If they're not if they're not hungry and or if they're gonna molt, most tarantulas, what they do is they literally will cover up their hole. So, like, my tarantulas that live underground, they literally, one day I'll come over and the hole in the ground is just covered in a mound of dirt. They do that, and that's them saying, I can't eat right now, I'm delicate, you know? Pretty sure the European googly-eyed fiber snake is the easiest. Well, okay, you got me there, David. You got me there. They're basically hunting, yeah. They're feeling for the vibrations, yeah. I do. I have 2 black widows. I have 2 black widows. One is an Australian black widow. They're called a redback, I think. And then I have an American black widow that I actually found in my yard. And they're very easy. They're not aggressive. I have no fear of my black widows. I'm more afraid of the OBT that can't hurt me because it's so fast. Holy shit. Redbacks. I have a redback. Her name is, what did I name her? Her name is, Charlotte. I named her Charlotte. It was actually an interesting story, though. I got the redback because, I think I told you guys this, there was a member of the tarantula community. He had lots of tarantulas. Young at heart. Thank you for that resub, you silly fuck. And he ended up having a stroke, and his wife was like, I'm not taking care of your animals. I'm going to throw them out if you don't get rid of them. And so a lot of the tarantula community got together to take his animals for him. So I got a couple tarantulas from him and a black widow, and, you know. I'm not going to let these animals die just because some bitch doesn't want to feed spiders. Like, she'll water plants, but not throw a cricket in. I don't get it. So, this is a true spider. So, true spiders are hunters. They tend to need good eyesight. So, this is this is my prized possession that I never see, and it's kind of hilarious. This one, you can kind of see her butt. See that, like, black thing in that web tunnel right there? This is my velvet spider. This is a ladybird spider. It's called an Erisys walkeneri. And they're really cool, actually, because up until the mid-90s, we thought they were extinct. And then this guy found, like, 2 in a field in Greece, told the government, and the government gave him this tiny plot of land to try to, like, proliferate this spider species again, and he did it. Like, he literally single-handedly went in and, like, would collect these spiders, breed them. Because the problem is with velvet spiders, the female dies every single, like, when she has her first egg sac, she dies. So 1 female, 1 egg sac. That's it. Whereas like a tarantula, they could lay like 50 egg sacs in their lifetime, you know? Seriously, Mega Manta, you know what? I have one for you to see. Let me show you this molt really quick, and then I have a really cool one. If you like to see that webbing, I have an amazing enclosure to show you. You'll pee your pants. Rescuer, my tarantulas don't want to leave. I could probably leave most of my tarantulas that are not arboreal. I could leave all of them open. They'd never leave. Tarantulas don't leave. Like a female tarantula, if she digs a good hole, she will live in that hole for 30 years. That one hole. Like she will live in her home for the 30 years of her life. They don't like move unless there's danger, you know, or something adverse. They really like their home, which is why I kind of hate rehousing my spiders, because you're literally like ripping their house apart. Oh, Wally, how are you, love? It's the forbidden cotton candy. Seriously, this spider. So I don't know if you can tell, her webbing is pink. It's the coolest thing. So velvet spiders spin pink web. It's literally cotton candy. It's the coolest stuff. And you can just see she's that's her butt. And her head is on this side. Boop. And I just throw a cricket in there once in a while. But that's her cute little enclosure that she doesn't use at all. I have a couple scorpions, man. I have some deadly scorpions, actually. Dude, David, same. Literally, David, I have a spider. It's called a Thailand golden fringe. And she, in nature, in Thailand, naturally, she would dig a 7-meter hole in the ground and live in that. 7 meters. That's like her natural. So I had to give her like the biggest enclosure possible with like a bucket of dirt so she can make some sort of hole. But they will, I mean, tarantulas really are afraid. They don't want to be out. Scorpions are terrifying. Their mouth is the thing of nightmares. Chelicerae, that's all I have to say. Okay, I'm gonna put on Spooter Cam just so we don't freak people out, because this is a real, I'm gonna show you like a legit tarantula with a molt and stuff. I don't want to freak people out. Oops. Here we go. Where is my Side camera. It's looking at something. What are you looking at? Where are you? I see you. Am I dumb? Yes. There it is. Oh my god. Everything's black on my desk. It's a nightmare. Okay, so we're gonna prop that right there. So this tarantula I'm about to show you is a Nandu Chromatus, otherwise known as the Brazilian black and white. I don't like using common names because they're stupid. This is the Nandu Chromatus, which is the Brazilian black and white. Or red and... Is it the Brazilian red and white? Fuck, I fucking hate common names. They're stupid. Nandu Chromatus. And this one I named Vissy, and it molted, and it's pretty good size, so I think we might be able to soak the molt and sex the spider, which would be really exciting, because sexing the spider is, like, the moment. If you know you have a female, like, you will cheer and be so exciting. We could probably... Well... Normally, when a spider molts, they don't want to eat for a few days. I don't know when. I think she just molted overnight, so she probably won't eat, but we could probably throw... I mean, I can always feed a spider. There's always a spider that will eat. I usually do it once a week, like just all at once, but there's always a spider that will eat. I'm going to open this. So the spider, if you're watching right now, the spider, she is right here, and her molt is over here on this side. And I'm going to try to pull the molt out, and then we'll soak it. Sheldon tried to create goldfish that glowed in the dark. I remember that. Bless him. Oh, there's no such thing as early lawn. Feeding spiders isn't really like an exact science or anything. It's just the only thing you want to be careful of is you don't want to overfeed your tarantula because they will just stop eating for a year. Tarantulas have like like I was talking about the molting earlier, that exoskeleton, they have a finite room in that exoskeleton and then they'll just stop eating. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing, but you're going to have a spider that will bury itself for 6 months, you know? Which is kind of lame, in my opinion. Here we go. Nandu Chromatus. Boop, 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 boop. This is my favorite. Probably one of my top 5 species I own. Just because of the way they look. They're actually really cheap. This is like one of the most inexpensive spiders you can buy. Because, I don't know, they breed really well. But look at that tarantula. Look at those legs. And you'll never, ever see a tarantula more vibrant than the day they molt. Like, this is the most you'll ever see her be beautiful. The fuck is spider cam? There it is. I'm going to try to take it off autofocus because I think it's making it blurry for you guys. There we go. We'll zoom in a little. So that's my beautiful girl. Look at her. God, she's pretty. And then the molt is right there. And I'm going to fucking pull that out and soak it. See if she's a girl. Please be a girl. Do I need like a gender reveal balloon? Hi, Pyro. How are you, love? Some will bury themselves. Some will web themselves in. But yeah, they'll basically be like, I'm good. I don't need to eat anymore. It's the same with my pants. Absolutely no room to expand. Same though. Do you like that? I actually made that. That's like her water dish. I made it out of resin. I've never been bitten by any of my spiders. No. Nah. They're tarantulas, like, I don't want to say they're intelligent, but they have enough sense in their one ganglion to know that they can never take me down. I am like you can't. Like, if I threw a cockroach in there bigger than her, she won't take it down because she knows she doesn't have enough venom to even to incapacitate it. Like, instinctively, they know this. So if a tarantula bites you, you had to have done something really fucked up to that tarantula because that's their last stand. You know? Yeah, they're not smart. I mean, it's really bizarre. They're shockingly intelligent for having one ganglion. Like, I've watched them, dig, and so spiders have 8 legs, and then they have 2 little arms next to their mouth called pedipalps, and they literally use them like arms. They'll dig, they'll hold clumps of dirt and crawl across to the other side of the enclosure to pile the dirt up. I mean, they literally decorate, and it's crazy to think they don't have anything near what our brain is, and we live in cardboard boxes. It's kind of crazy. All right, I'm going to try to take this molt out without bothering her. So it's kind of cool. Do you see how she has like a web hammock under herself? So tarantulas, when they molt, they build themselves a very soft bed because they literally have to lay on their back and burst out of their belly to come out of the molt. So that's her special little hammock she sits on. Oh yeah, these are my feeding tongs. This is so I don't get bit by my tarantulas. Yes, I do know they grow in the dark. Yeah. She's actually a very aggressive spider normally, but I just want to get her molt. Look at that. She's big. He, she, I don't know. Do we have a butt? Man, I don't think I have enough of a butt to soak it. Bummer. You bastard. Well, maybe we can't sex her this time. But, oh, shitballs. They're extremely delicate. The molt is, like, lighter than a feather. You can't even feel it in your hand. But I'll try to put it up close so you guys can see it. Let's put her lovely self away, because like I said, I try to not... You don't want to bother your tarantula during, before, or after a molt, because they're very delicate. They're not hardened up yet, so they're going to be very aggressive and very delicate. So this is her molt. Let me see if I can turn that focus on. You can actually see her. No! Ah, fuck balls. Zoom, focus. There we go. So you can see her fangs. They literally molt everything, teeth and all. It's kind of cool. And this part, that's her carapace. So you see where the eyes are? That's the top of her body part. And you can see the eyes. She literally sheds her eyes. Isn't that crazy? I mean, they're just so... What an amazing creature. You know? Imagine having to shed your body. I can't. I don't even know what that would be like. Pretty cool, though. Just the molt. And I save them. I still haven't done anything with any of the molts, but I save all of them. See how light they are? They literally just air blows them off. They're so light, the molts. I can't even pick it up.
Welcome to the classroom.
Ellie! Thank you, my love. Isn't it every 7 years? I read it was like every 7 years we have like a new body. Ish. Thank you for the resub. Cheers, my love. What do you want, bud? Hi. So that's my spooters. You guys got to see some cool tarantulas today. It's not every day that you get to see a fresh molted tarantula. That is, I mean, I'm excited about it. That's really cool. It doesn't happen all the time because usually they molt and I just don't catch it because I don't stare at them every day, you know? I think it's 7 years. I don't know. I read it a really long time ago. Didn't you put some in resin? I did. I've put a couple of the little ones in resin, but I haven't quite got like the science down yet. The resin always collapses the molt. So I have to find out some way to like make the molt so it stays open. LZT, so I'm downloading it right now. I forgot to pre-download it last night, but I've heard the queues are literally an hour right now. So I'm just waiting. I'm not going to sit in a fucking queue. I don't care that much. Yeah, because I read it, because there was a really good, it was like, if someone has ever touched you in a way that you did not consent to, find peace in the fact that in every 7 years you have a whole new skin surface, so you have a new body they didn't touch. You were in a queue for 3 hours? Oh yeah, LZT, I don't even know what we're going to go into or anything yet, yeah. I watched my friend's 4-hour stream, and she was still 6K in line.
Did you take your joy today?
Yes, I did.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Lightly glue the legs where you want them. That's what I've thought, honestly. Like, almost like... What I thought, Roxy, is like, you know how people will pin insects? Like, pinning it and then spraying it with the sealant and then taking it off of the pinned things, so it's just like, you know, like formed. Why don't we just wait until this? That's what I'm doing. Literally, David. I'm not. I am in no rush to jump into. I mean, y'all know what MMOs are. They're games that never end. They're games that never end, never go away. You can't beat them. We have forever. I'm not sitting in a 6K line. Fuck that. Let's cheers. Yeah, I still haven't cheers. Let me put my tarantulas away real quick because I don't want to smoke around them. They're right here next to me. I want to play with my friends too, but like I ain't into that. Like I'm not going to stress about New World servers all day. I'd much rather just hang out with you guys and have a good time. Cerulean, I tried that. I didn't, because there's no part of the malt to like inject into. They basically rip it in half. But what I did is I put the resin in a syringe and I tried that. And it's like the resin doesn't dry fast enough. So I need to find something else that's not like a 24-hour cure period, because then it just collapses in under the weight of the resin, because they're literally like, they're lighter than a feather. It's crazy. Oh my God, no Fox. I have never listened to music or been on my computer in my entire life without pain before these. This is incredible. These are freedom. Holy shit. Seriously, Viata? I mean, I already own the game. I've been balls deep in it for years. But I'm not gonna ESO New World. So I love you guys so much. But if any of you are like, oh man, remember when ClassyKatie played ESO 10 hours a day every day for 6 years? I'm not doing that ever again. Ever again. There are way too many beautiful games in the world to play. I've tried a hot glue gun and it literally like cooked the mold. Like the heat. I think that's why people pin spiders instead of making molds out of them. I actually re-downloaded Valheim, Kitty Cuddles. ESO, I mean, I missed so many good games. And there's nothing wrong with ESO. That's all I did. Every day, all day. I picked a med server and named a name that will put off most men, I assume. Planka? Oh my God, placenta. That's beautiful. I think the server we picked last time, I picked something that looked like the word Baltimore because it was easy to remember, but I don't know. It's just a game. We'll play. We have lots of games. We can play more Kenna. Kenna's gonna make us cry. That's a great game, by the way. Holy crap. Cerulean, I dyed it. Do you like it? I dyed it yesterday. I mixed a whole bunch of dye from my closet and put it in my hair. For partnership, not at all. Nope. The ESO grind was literally just me playing the game. Like, the way that ESO works and the way MMOs work is they get you addicted in not even playing the game. They get you addicted in that you feel like if you don't log in every day, you won't get the login reward and you won't do your writs. You got to do your writs every day, otherwise you're behind everybody else. And you got to do your daily crafting, whatever. Like, there's all these little tiny weird things in MMOs that you start to feel like you got to do it. And it's so easy to do. You're like, I'll just log in for a second and do it. And then you're in for 6 hours, you know? No. ESO partnered me before I even played the game, I think. I don't need them. They need me. Sorry. Was that mean? Games need players. I don't, need devs to suck my dick. I can play their game regardless. I remember that's the game you were playing when I first started watching Twitch. Oh my God, Nyan, I was your first Twitch streamer. Stop it. Did I taint you? Got to do your dailies, weeklies, callings, login rewards. Got to get that daily whatever. Yeah, it just becomes a thing. Like, I literally bought a laptop. So when I went to cons, I could log into ESO and do my writs. That's crazy. Since I stopped playing ESO, my life has become very rich. Regarding New World, if you're interested, I think I'm just going to wait. I kind of want to play Kenna. I think we can beat it in a couple days. It's not a super long game, and it's beautiful. I would really like to play that today. Exactly, Roxy. I play games to enjoy them, not to have another job. Right? And it started to feel like a job, which is crazy. It is. It's totally crazy, David. It's crazy. It is. And I don't want to do that. Like, I missed out on the entire, world of games. David, that's true. But I'd rather be consumed by something that, actually turns into something. Like, I took that OCD that I put into ESO and I turned it into my tarantula enclosures and my animals and, you know, drawing on my iPad. And, like, you can filter your obsessive energy wherever you like. I wasn't getting any. Like, there's no actual, like, tangible anything from logging into a video game and doing writs. I don't know. I just like to come out with some at the end. And much less angry screaming. My voice feels so much better since the end of the screaming. Although I know a lot of people miss me screaming. I'm sure I'll scream again. It'll happen. I have the same things with Summoner's Wars. Need to log in daily to get that login reward. And I need to do those daily quests for the insane rewards at the end of the month. Yep. Every day. I was doing it too. It's crazy. And then they started making PvP dailies. Oh, God. I just want to play games because I want to play them, not because I feel embridled to them. You know? All right, quick break. I'm going to move all my tarantulas because I don't want to smoke weed around this beautiful molted tarantula, and I will be back in just a few moments. Stand up, stretch your dicks, get some coffee, and we'll play some Kenna. It's called Kenna Bridge of Spirits? Speeders? Katie. Spirits, and it's fucking gorgeous. The game is made by an animation studio, so the game will literally just make you, like, pee your pants. I still say suck it, nerd. It happens. They tried to suck me into the daily nonsense. I just won't do it anymore. And Pyro, I'm really glad I'm aware of it now. Because that was kind of... I played Dark Age Camelot, and I dabbled in WoW, but I never, ever had a sense of, I must play today. You know? Oh, I love Valheim. It's very chill. Unless a giant appears near your house, and then you're fucked. It is. It's the studio's first game, and... I mean, this game is... ruining me in that now I'm going to expect every game from this moment forward to be this beautiful, otherwise I'm out. I'm a spoiled cunt. All right, break. Stand up, stretch thine dicks, get some water, coffee, whatever you need, and when we return, we shall smoke marijuana and play Kenna, this beautifully gorgeous, emotional game I love. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Oh, Prime subs, use your goddamn Prime sub. Do not forget your fucking Prime subs, for the love of all things holy. Yeah, that's it. I'll be back. Ooh, hey, I'm going to duck out. Let me know if you need any help with home stuff, and we need to do a proper celebration sometime. How do we... I don't know. That's going to have to be all up to you guys. I don't even have a birthday for myself. I don't know how to celebrate. I'm incapable. I wasn't raised to know how to do that. Okay, bye. Naughty. Someone was, I can't remember. Ooh, I have not tried Biomutant. Is it good? Bangs suck. I didn't get bangs on purpose. They just happened. Mixed reviews, really?
Hail Satan, Honeybean.
I'm so excited for you. Thank you. I dyed it. My hair, it had just faded too much. I don't like when my hair is that light. The voice acting is maddening? Oh, what? Huh. It looks really cool. That's a bummer. I was just laid on my feet. Oh, my sister just texted me. What's up, Sarah? Yes. So, someone earlier was saying that my Velvet Spider was the coolest like web they've seen, the little web tunnel. So I wanted to show you guys this one, because this to me is the coolest spider enclosure known to man ever, in my opinion. This is my communal. So there's one breed of spider, tarantula, that literally lives communally. Only one in nature. So you could go, they live on it's so weird. The world has so many very strange micro habitats in it that we're just completely unaware of. There is an island off the west coast of Africa called Socatra.
Welcome to the classroom.
And if you go, oh my God, kitty cuddles.
almost a year. What the fuck?
Dude, use your primes. Seriously, I forget my primes sometimes and I feel so bad. Bezos doesn't need that money. Oh, Noxphilic, I'm here for you. So, this tarantula species is from an island called Socatra. They're called the Socatra Island Baboon Tarantula. You can see there's two right there. They live communally, so you could literally go to this island and flip a log and find tarantulas living communally, which is crazy. There's no other, like, literally, the female tarantula, if a male comes up, she'll eat him before she fucks him. Like, they eat each other. They don't do this. So, this is one species that does. So, in this enclosure, I have 4. It was the sins. We did have all 6 sins, but 2 passed away, unfortunately. Baby spiders. That's why tarantulas have so many babies. You can see there's 1 there, and there's 2 over here, but look at the webbing they do. Like, the webbing they do on their enclosure is just wicked cool. Like, you can see that I made them something very cool, and they took it. Right, Mega Manta? I knew you'd love this one. Because they really rock it. See the tunnels? They've got little tiny tunnels going all throughout, like... They are just one of the coolest species. And I'll show you the one on the top. They are beautiful. When they're full grown, these are not adults, but when they're full grown, their carapace is like a cream color and then their legs are neon blue. And there's one on top that's kind of got a little bit of the adult colors. If I can get the glare to go away. Kind of. That's one little guy. I think that's going to be a boy because he's got a really small booty. But then on the side, you can see these guys. See, that one's got a lot more color and how bigger she is. I think that's going to be a lady. But they're really, really pretty. And if you just look up the Socatra, it's Socotra, I think, Socatra Island. The island is fucking wild. It looks like an alien planet. But isn't that, like, I just love watching them make their own environment. Like, I didn't have to do any of this. They did it. What other animal can you get that makes its own home? Dude, seriously, I make something cool and they're like, hold my beer. This is why I don't put live plants in. You can see what would happen. They're just gonna take it out. I have not gotten a card in the mail. No. Oh, beavers, you got me there. Damn it, David, you got me. They're so cute. These, so you'll notice there's a lot of tarantulas called baboon tarantulas. They're usually from Africa. They are very fast. Anything from Africa is going to be a fast fucking spider. Which isn't a problem unless you're rehousing them, and then suddenly it's a nightmare. Dude, Mega Manta, the craziest thing about webbing, their webbing is so strong, I can't rip it. Like, when I rehouse them, I take all the dirt out and I try to get the webbing out so I can reuse the dirt if it's not moldy or gross or something. And the webbing is so strong, you can't rip it. I have to cut it. It's crazy. I don't want to chew it. Oh my God, are you reading the goop? Is Gwyneth Paltrow trying to get people to eat spider webs now? Please don't. Let's not. And say we did. And then just not.
Welcome to the classroom.
I did 2 very small, unimpressive burps for you, and I apologize. How the fuck are you? Would that glue your mouth together? No, I don't think water, because they're waterproof. I don't think, like, water or spit can break down webbing. Maybe the enzymes in your mouth over a certain amount of time, but their webbing is completely waterproof. Mega Manta, not even shitting you, some designer this year, just literally recently, made a gown out of spun spider silk. I don't know why, how, what the fuck drove them to do that, but they did it. Spiderweb is stronger than steel when you take size and thickness. It's insanely strong. And they literally make it out of the proteins they consume. If shaving your back was a prerequisite for homeownership, I'm very proud of you and your bald back. Mandel, thank you so much for 5 months in a row. How the fuck are you? I'm going to change our category to Kenna, and then I'm going to pack a bowl. We're going to play, this game is fucking gorgeous. Seriously, Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It blows my mind. And I think we're going to cry. It feels like a feeler game. I had a lot of fun not doing my work from home office today, but then I bent over and headbutted the corner of the desk. Oh, I walked past this corner yesterday and knocked my tattoo hip on it. And all I did was just collapse onto the ground. No scream, no pain sound, just silence, collapse, lay there. Yeah. It's like the way my hips are, it's like my thighs are fatter than my ass. So there's just like this little part of my thigh that sticks out a little bit wider than my hips, and I just I know they are tiny soldiers and I love them. Tell us a story. Oh my god. True or fake? So, my biological father was a massive alcoholic. Died when I was 7, right? But before he died, my mom would leave me with him. And one time, she left me with him. I think I was like 2 years old. And she was vacuuming the house, and she left me with him outside, and he passed out or something on the porch. And she came outside, and I was in the grass eating slugs, like hunting them and eating them. Just one at a time, going at it. And slug slime makes your mouth numb, so you just start to drool, and you can, like, aspirate your drool. And so she had to sit in the yard. She told me this story for, like, an hour, digging slugs out of my mouth. Don't eat slugs. Yep, that's me. Slug eater. Slings a thing or two, you think? Ron Weasley. That scene horrifies me. Better out than in, I'll say. I love that. I wish I still loved Harry Potter. I wish Whack would just take responsibility for the beauty you made, Whack. Jesus. All right, you ready? Kenna is so pretty. Like, I feel like I have to like do a ceremony before I open this game. It's so pretty, but let's just jump into it. Am I on the